Hello friends and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks, and today it is the question answer session. So I'll discuss about all the questions that have come in from the viewers on YouTube, and I'll also discuss about the market situation. So I have a number of questions to answer, so let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation, and people taking any position into any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research. And I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I start with question and answer session, here's a small request that kindly support me on Patreon. And once you help me on Patreon, it will help me grow the channel here, and I'll make better videos on YouTube. Plus, you'll be able to ask me questions and queries about stocks, and also at $25 per month, I can help you build a decent portfolio for yourself. So kindly visit the Patreon website. Okay, so before I start with answering all your queries, here's a small insight on the markets. The Nifty has finally broken below 9350 and is closed at less than 9300 today. And it has been massive selling by institutions. So both FII and DIIs sold into the market, and the Nifty fell, and this could continue throughout the month. So I believe that April series was a windfall for bulls, and we've seen the market rise like a phoenix after that March 24th collapse, and from 7500 onwards we have seen the market march towards 9900. So a 50% retracement has taken place, and technically speaking this is a very important reversal. But at the same time we could see some kind of green today in the market, but over the course of the next 2-3 weeks it seems like that the market is probably in a situation where it is sell on buy on rumor, sell on news kind of a situation. So when the lockdown was imminent, that the lockdown would take place, the market started to go up. So once it was announced, after that the market started to go up. Before the announcement, the market was falling big time. So all of us thought that during lockdown the market will fall further and we could see 6000 levels, but the reverse happened. And now when slowly lockdown is being lifted, and people are coming back into normalcy, we are seeing the market going the other way, that is going down. All said and done, it feels like, as I said before, at 450 rupees, at 9900, the market was trading at around 22 times earnings. It cannot stay put at 22 times earnings, so the correction was due. And I would say that the market is headed much lower towards 8200, 8300 levels, maybe by the end of the month or so. But you need not worry about all these things. What you need to do is buy into top stocks, top managements in mid cap, small cap, or large caps, and just stay put. Just keep on adding. This year will be the time to add on many dips, because you'll get many declines, and probably next year onwards we would have a better clean move on the upside. So these are the questions that have come up from the viewers. So Ujjwal has asked that whether Piramal Enterprises is a good buy. Ujjwal, it is a good company, but in a bad sector. So what Piramal Enterprises is into, they are into many businesses which are related to infrastructure, real estate, financing of these projects, or financing other kind of businesses, etc. And it is a conglomerate altogether. Plus they are also into consumer products. So what I believe is some of their domains might not do well going forward, and that is why I believe that one needs to stay away from Piramal Enterprises. Even at these levels, it has come down appreciably from those high levels, but I would say it is an avoid. Okay, so Vishnu has asked that will Nifty fall affect Tanla and Kilpest both, or specifically Tanla Solutions? Well, companies which have come out with very good numbers, or in companies where there is a you can say a positive trigger that is going on, or in companies where numbers are going to be good, like in Tanla, I expect, and we all here expect that Tanla would come out with very good numbers starting from the June quarter. So the March quarter numbers might be subdued, but from June quarter the numbers would be very good, and buyback has taken place at 81 rupees and so on and so forth. the management is increasing stake. So I don't think much effect will be on Tanla. Declines would be good buying opportunities, and same goes with Kilpest with the kind of approval that they have for COVID testing. I'm pretty sure that one needs not to worry about any effect of market fall on the stock. Abhishek has asked, and there have been a lot of queries about ITC, that why the stock of ITC doesn't move in the same manner as other, you can say, consumer companies, and it doesn't trade at 40, 50, or 80 times earnings. It trades at only 20, 30 times, or so on and so forth. Uh, it is quite an enigmatic stock, and I have an opinion on that, is that it's most of the business, or major part of its business, is tobacco, and government goes ahead and put tariffs on tobacco here and there, and probably on many occasions, and government have jurisdiction over the tobacco sale, etc. So in that regard, they are not able to make a windfall profit as many consumer companies do, and so people or investors are staying away from the stock as a whole. uh, so in my opinion, it is an avoid. I have never liked the stock, to be frank with you, and because it has a tobacco business linked to it, I don't like businesses which are into sin things like tobacco or liquor, etc. uh, Chitresh Joshi has asked that what is my view on Laopala. Say, the company per se is pretty good, but there are other stocks in the mid and small cap division which are even better than, say, a Laopala, and hence one should look at them. There are many chemical companies, consumer companies, and as I said, some IT companies or new age IT companies which are pretty good to buy at, and that's why Laopala is an avoid at these levels. Okay, Rakesh has asked, why would Nifty correct by around 2000 points? Well, this question was asked when Nifty was at 9900 or so, and it has already corrected 700 points from those levels. So, in a day, see, the reason I've given plain and simple, that 9900 at 450 rupees earnings of, you can say, Nifty, we are trading at 22 times. In a bull market, market trades at 22, 24, 28 times. In a bear market, normally markets trade at between as low as 10 times earnings, 10, 11 times, to probably high as 16, 17 times. So there's a decent amount of correction that is left. At least market should be around 8,000 at max, and anything above that is expensive in my opinion. So in that regard, I was sure that from 9900 we could easily go to 7900. uh, Now, Kiran has asked that whether FL is expensive, since uh, we see it trading at 45, 50 times, and at highs it was trading at around 100 times. One needs to understand that FL has grown at around 26, 27% over the last 8, 10 years, even before its, you can say, IPO, and it has projected to grow at between 24 to 28% in the next 6, 7 years, and that's why there is high valuation premium given to the stock. And plus, the business that FL is into is pretty interesting, and they are into mobile technology, mobile advertising, etc. Very few such stocks are listed in the market. In fact, there's only one or two more that are listed, and that's why it is right now having such great premium. Although I believe that there could be a decent correction in FL going forward, so we could see numbers not that great, because their major business comes from Spain and Europe, and so the valuations could correct going forward in the next 2 to 3 months. So going forward, a question that has come in from Darshit is about IOL chemicals. I like IOL chemicals. It is into a niche chemical domain, and they supply abroad, and some of its products are really taking traction at the moment with the supply constraints in China, etc. So IOL chemicals is perhaps a buy on major declines, but again, do your own due diligence and then get into the stock. Shankar has asked whether HUL is good for long term, and He has asked as to whether one should buy into HUL after the decline. Yes, I'm positive on HUL for from a 5 6 year time frame, but I think in the next 3 months or 4 months, the stock could correct sharply. It could go to 1700, 1800 levels. There could be a correction of another 10 to 15% from these levels, and those will be great buying opportunities for somebody who is seeking a 4 to 6 year investment. Around 17 1800 would be a great buying opportunity in HUL. So more questions that that are coming up. Kill Boredom has asked that what is my view on Scient. Now Scient is a very good company, Scient or Scient, and uh, 6 times earnings it is trading at. Its major business is from Europe and South America. It has been hit by the current, you can say, illness that is taking place across the globe, and this complete shutdown in many parts of these areas, and probably the numbers are set to be not that great, and that is why the stock is trading at only 5 6 times earnings. But if you have a good 4 5 year time frame, it has a very good dividend yield, etc., so a safe bet over a 5 year period. Ashutosh has asked what is my view on Jamna Auto. Very good stock, Jamna Auto, currently trading at 25 26 rupees. If you have not bought into it, kindly wait for a turnaround in the auto industry. And currently, I like Motherson Sumi, Aisha Motors, probably to an extent Hero Motocorp, and with the likes in autos. And I don't go beyond it at the moment because you don't know when this will turn around. Although my personal view is probably in the next 2 years, so by end of 2021 we will see autos do really well, so second half of 2021. So perhaps wait it out if you have not got into it, but if you already own say Jamna Auto, then probably you can average at these levels and wait for at least 4 to 6 years for a turnaround. At least 2 years I don't see much movement. There could be sharp up moves in the stocks, but the stock would come back to their original value again, probably in the next 18 months. That would be the scenario. Vamsi Gandhi has asked what is my view on Make Money Organics. How is the company? See, Make Money Organics has had a very good run earlier. So in 2014 to 17 bull run, it did really well, and their chemical products were being sold globally. What has happened is some of its products have not got the approval in US, or got reversed, so they could not sell that. Many of their you can say competitors got into the business where they were selling chemicals, and so Make Money is you can say market share shrank, and that has led to numbers deteriorating over a period of last 4 5 years. uh, it is a good stock at the current valuations that it is trading at, but there are other chemical companies again which are even better. You have an Aarti Industries, you have something like Vinati Organics, Sudarshan Chemicals, and many other. These are just few. There are many. So SRF, Galaxy Surfactants, and so on and so forth. One can look at those rather than looking at Make Money Organics. Shankar Deep has asked as to what about the diagnostic sector, or what are my views in the diagnostic sector. I'm positive on the diagnostic sector, and that's why I keep on banging the door about say Kilpest, and I believe it is one of the best diagnostic stocks to be in because it is a small cap and can do well in this kind of a situation, and with its you can say backbone being 3B Black Bio with such good deals and orders in the pipeline, it should do well because it is trading at very attractive valuations. But again, it's a very small cap company, it is a micro cap company, so if you don't want to go that direction, don't go there. There are other diagnostic companies like Dr. Lal, Thyrocare, which could do well over the next 6 7 years, could easily give you 18 to 22% return over that period. Pratik has asked that whether he can buy Berger Paints for 10 15 years. I would say, Pratik, that you go ahead and buy Asian Paints for that period. Easily, it will keep on doubling every 4 years, 3 to 4 years, 3 3.5 years. The kind of numbers that Asian Paints produces, it will gain more market share in this difficult economic situation because research has shown that many large cap companies in that particular, you can say, sector always take market share when things are really bad, because they would have to sell the product at a lower price, so consumers would get better quality products at lower price. So go ahead and buy into Asian Paints for that period rather than Berger. Marut has asked what is my view on DMart and when can one buy, whether DMart will do well or not. I think DMart will continue to do well. I've heard the news, I cannot confirm that, but I have heard somewhere or saw somewhere that DMart is open 24 hours a day for selling their products and so on and so forth. They are also selling some of its products online. So probably numbers of DMart would not be that bad. That is my opinion. But again, I think valuations are extremely expensive at 120 times earnings. Uh, I think it should correct to 1700, 1800 levels, and those would be you can say, a relatively better level to get into rather than buying at 2300. Uh, Vanity Organics valuations, is it fine for investment? Asks Hansa. I think it has run up. So 670, 680 was when I recommended Vanity Organics in earlier, you can say, question answer sessions. It has run up. It's gone to 900, 950 levels already. Probably you can buy at declines, but maybe you'll not get it. It is a very good company. Some of its chemical components are, you can say, exclusively with Vinity, and no other company has the license to sell it, and that is why the higher valuation. So probably you should start buying now, and on any major declines of 3 to 5%, keep on adding Vinity. Some more questions that have come up. So Sai Chanan has asked that what is my view on Eicher. I'm very positive on Eicher, as I explained some of the auto companies. One of the 3 4 auto companies that I like is Eicher Motors. Any decline to 12.5 to 12,000 levels, very good buying opportunity. Even at current levels, one can add, but again have a good 4 5 year time frame and keep on adding these auto stocks over the next 12 months. Okay, Shanti has asked that what is the difference between TCS, Tata Elxsi, Tata Communication, as both are or all three into IT domain, is it? And they are both Tata Group companies, so why are their valuations so bad and rich? So TCS itself is a large cap stock which is a part of Nifty and an integral part of Nifty. I've seen it grow from around, say, after split, you would say 300 rupees a share all the way to 1100, 1200, now 2000, 2500. It has grown appreciably over this period of when the IT boom started from 2011 12, 10 11 12, and from a mid cap or a smaller mid cap company, it is now part of Nifty. Completely different pedigree to what Tata Elxsi is, and absolutely a mirror image of what Tata Communication is. Tata Elxsi itself is good in its niche space of, you can say, cartoon television and making all those cartoon and having that technology, and also into other domain, but it is a slightly smaller cap, a bigger smaller cap company than Tata consultancies. And Tata Communication is going through its own troubles, so you cannot compare it. It has high debt, it has a lot of problems in itself, and probably the stock does well sometimes, and it goes down a lot. So the worst of these three is Tata Communication. So after the question, the next one is from Dharma, and he has asked that can we buy Team Lease for long run? Well, yes, Team Lease is a very good stock to buy for long term, and it is expensive, but it is a one stock that is totally different from others, and it is into it is a pure, you can say, pure play on online job sites and all. uh, but there is a issue with Team Lease, and that is a corporate governance issue, and I don't know whether it was a corporate governance issue or something, but the stock is extremely erratic. So the stock goes up to say 15 1600. It happened once, 1 year or 2 years ago. The stock went up to 1600, 1800, and went down to 900, 800 in a matter of 2 3 days. because of some corporate issue, and then again went up, and people were very skeptical about the stock, and it used to do very erratic movements 2 3 years back when it got listed and just after listing everything. But on a business point of view, it is a very good stock to buy it, but I am skeptical about its daily movement. And I'm not saying this is something bad, but it is extremely volatile, one can say. Team Lease is. Mitesh has asked that can we buy Godrej Industries? Well, Godrej Industries is a good stock. It is backed by the Godrej Group. But somehow I believe, except Godrej Properties, I don't like other companies that much. So you look at something like a Godrej Consumer Product, it has not come up with any, you can say, gala numbers over the last 6 7 years. Same goes with Godrej Industry. It has been an underperformer when you compare it to other consumption companies, even like for the likes of Britannia or HUL. And that's why I would say better to go ahead and get into something like HUL at 1800 or Britannia on some sort of a decline. Okay, so Devashish has asked that what is the hierarchy level in which I would buy these four stocks? So these four are into white goods, and you would all understand the companies. I would buy Whirlpool first if I have money. Whirlpool I like the most, then Voltas, then Hitachi, and then Blue Star. So out of these four, I would go for Whirlpool, although Whirlpool is expensive, but again the company has been doing well for at least I believe the last 5 years, last 4 5 years, last 20 quarters, it has produced exceptional numbers, and that's why I would go with Whirlpool as the number one. It is not to say that I would not go with Blue Star at all. Blue Star is itself a leader in consumer ACs. Voltas is a leader in, you can say, ACs which they sell to, you can say, businesses. So all these four companies are really good individually, but when I have to choose one, I would go for Whirlpool. Nanda Gopal has asked that what is my view on Gale for long term. He has it at around, I think, 120, 122. Hold on to it and probably average at these levels and hold for long term, something like 4 to 6 years. You'll make big money into Gale. Very good company, pedigree, management, etc. So a decent company, you won't lose much, and you're set to gain if you hold on to 4 to 6 year time frame. Okay, many people has asked me what to get into pharma, whether this company in pharma is good or that is good. So, in my opinion, there are 4 5 pharma companies which are good and one can look at. And this is not recommendation to invest into, just to look at and analyze. One is Ipca Labs, the second one is Dr. Reddy's, the third one is Divi's, the fourth one is Syngene, and the fifth one is the parent company of Syngene, that is Biocon. These five companies one can look at over a longer period of time, and probably you can invest in one or two of these companies to make money. Again, as far as the industry is concerned, I'm not very gung-ho about pharma, but yes, over the next 1 year, 1.5 years, next 18 months, it will do well because of what is going on around, and they will be beneficiary of it. Some of the companies would be extreme beneficiary, some will not be. So you have to be very careful as to which companies you choose. So do your due diligence and get into it, but again, get out of it at the right time, because I don't see pharma doing well over a 3 5 6 year time frame. So this was my question answer session. This was purely for all you watchers or viewers of my YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get my videos straight away when I post it. Thanks a lot for watching.